What's up guys, welcome back to another 5-0 video. This time we're playing Mono Blue Tron for the first time on this channel. And actually for the first time ever, so we're glad it went well. So there are a lot of different Mono Blue Tron versions out there. There's no established best version, so today we're trying our good friend MrJGiles' version. He 5-0'd with this list and he's been doing really well in paper tournaments. So when it comes to Mono Blue Tron, there's a lot of 2s and 3s in your deck. For this version, it's no different. So let's talk about some of our card choices, our card numbers, and then we'll get into the sideboard. For our land base, we have 3 Eldrazi Temple, 5 Islands, 2 Otawara, and our Tron lands. So when I saw this list, the first thing I said was, why are we only running 3 temples instead of 4? Having never tried the deck, I'm not going to argue with its creator. If you look at the rest of the cards, we actually only have 9 things to cast with Eldrazi Temple, so having only 3 isn't that big of a deal. Of course, you want the 5 islands, and then the flex spots of how many Otawara, and if you want any. So for this league, we're running 2. In our 1-drops, we have 3 Spell Snare. Spell Snare is amazing in this meta right now. Boros Energy, Prowess. It really helps to slow the game down early, which this deck is trying to do. We have our Expedition maps mainly to get Tron lands. 2 Dress Down, again, another good flex spot. This gets rid of constructs, you can cycle it, there's a lot of ETBs in the meta, and it also pairs really well with Nulldrifter. So you can end of turn Dress Down, evoke Nulldrifter, and get this for free. For our 3-drops, we have Stock Up, just an amazing card selection spell. 2 Ugin's Binding, which is a bounce spell, again pairs really well with evoke Nulldrifter. 3 Force the Negation, and a Sink in the Stupor. It's a flexible card, it's pretty free in this deck. 3 Subtlety, again slowing the game down early. Lorien Revealed, this is a good late game card draw, or it can get our islands. 2 Ugin, Eye of the Storms. This card continues to be an all-star. This league is no different. All my videos prove this. It's an amazing card. 4 Nulldrifter, like we talked about. 4 Kozilek's Command, broken card. 4 Portent of Calamity. So this is a great card in Mono Blue Tron. You're going to be getting tons of mana. Most of the time you're going to be casting this for X equals 6, 7, 8, around there. The hope is that you're able to cast an Ugin, Nulldrifter, or Emrakul for free. And don't worry, you'll see all of that in the video. For our sideboard, we have 4 Consign to Memory. If you're running blue, you're going to want a set of Consign to Memory. It's good against Eldrazi, good against the new Neobrand deck, very flexible card. We have 1 Negate for non-creature spells, Whirlwind Denial. This is good against Eldrazi, just shuts down all the cast triggers. An additional Force and Subtlety, 2 Dismember for removal, Thought Not Seer for early disruption. 1 Emrakul, mainly for mill, but you can bring this in the control matchup. If you think the game is going to go long, you can Portent for this and just win the game like that. And then we have 2 Soulless Jailer for graveyard decks. So that is Mono Blue Tron in Modern. Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You'll get a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. And lastly, we are Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, match 1 on the play. And this is a 1-lander, so we're going to throw it back. We will keep this. Try and decide between... Honestly, I think it's just Ugin. We're like never casting this for a while now. We don't even have any Tron lands. I'm fine with like the slower approach here. We can cycle Lorien Revealed, turn 1. Go Temple, go. Hold up Spell Snare. Blood Crypt. Thoughtseize. Nethergoyf. Get an island. I don't think I want to Subtlety that. Power Plant. We can eventually get enough mana to like hardcast these things and then hopefully draw into something good. At least they're going to play a 2-drop for this Spell Snare. Say its name. I'll still Spell Snare it just because that'll fuel the Nethergoyf. Tower. So let's just play the Power Plant and pass. We could maybe pitch Subtlety if we need to. Another Say Its Name. I guess maybe we shouldn't have countered this because it just needs to be in the graveyard. Say Its Name. I didn't really read this. Nethergoyf's a 5/6 already. Jesus. Alright, they get him for 5. It's gonna be like a DRC. Yeah. I'm just gonna Subtlety this. We're never getting like double blue. Like we could, I guess, we could shock in Super and then hold this up, but then it's already too late. I think we're kind of too far behind already here. Another island. Let's play Tower, pass. It's not doing anything. They play Phoenix. Get him for 7. Gonna need like K command or something to deal with all this. Down to 7. Yeah, we just lose. Alright, against Jund stuff. I think we just want the Dismembers over Forces. Probably Subtlety. And try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. Damn, these hands have been terrible. Got a mulligan. We'll keep this. Put back Temple. We can go Temple, Sink, Nulldrifter. Temple, go. Probably should have just played Sink tapped actually. Save some life. Maybe we'll draw an island. We draw the island. Cool. We'll evoke Nulldrifter. Another Tower. Not the greatest. Do draw Kozilek's Command, which is nice removal. Is this going to be Say Its Name? Rumble. They find FOMO and lands. I'm assuming they take FOMO. They do take FOMO. It's probably just going to stock up here. Lorien Revealed. Stock up, looking for Tron lands. Find the Mine and the Map. Pretty good. So next turn we can go Mine, Map, hold up Lorien Revealed. They bubble. Luckily they haven't been like really aggressive this game. They bubble themselves. They do have a fetch land in play. They cast FOMO. Luckily no haste. They do put a Phoenix in the yard. And another bauble. I guess they could give FOMO... Okay, they're not going to give FOMO haste. It's tempting to just K-command, get rid of FOMO, and Detector's Phoenix. They draw a bunch. Another Nulldrifter. They don't really have much in the yard for Phoenix, though. So we could always, like, respond to that. They do have Delirium, though. So let's cast Map. And then I think we pass. We can K-command, like, depending on what they do. Because they can't Phoenix yet. Another land. They shock in Blood Crypt. See if they have some, like, hasty stuff. Tarfire. That's fine. Alright, they are going to exert. So let's see what this hasty thing is. See if it's like Flytrap. 4 mana. It is Flytrap. So with this trigger on the stack, we're going to do stuff. So this distributes regardless, but we're going to make it so they can't distribute too much. Exile and exile. So we have to get rid of... I don't think we can get rid of Delirium, though. So here, and then we get rid of 1, 2... So at least they don't get more than 1 attack. They still have land, sorcery, artifact. I think this gets rid of Delirium, actually. Alright, that was huge. DRC. So we can actually hardcast Nulldrifter next turn. They get in for 3 instead of what would have been, like, lethal. Another map. Go get a power plant. Play that. Cast Nulldrifter. Draw 2 islands. Great. Just what I wanted. So now they can try to get back Delirium. I definitely don't mind chumping. Probably going to do a huge Calamity next turn. 3 mana for Phoenix. No attacks. Okay. Looking good. And they bubble us. Another land. We've drawn like 4 lands in a row. So, do we just want a huge Portent? Play Tower. Cast Portent, X equals 11. Or 10. Nice. Take Emrakul. Ugin's Binding. Mine. Portent. And Dress Down. Nice 5 cards. Done. And we will cast the Emrakul. Pretty solid. And they concede. Awesome. Very good Portent there. Alright, that game went a lot more smoothly when they're not doing anything. So let's resubmit. Dress Down's still looking pretty good. Graveyard Hate. Spell Snare, decent. I think we can keep this. We have Evoke Nulldrifters, Spell Snare. So we can go Island, pass, Spell Snare there, turn 2 play. Hopefully draw some more stuff. Hopefully no turn 1 play. Nice. We just want that turn 2 Spell Snare. Another Temple. Alright, this makes me want K-Command really badly. They Surveil. So we want them to play like FOMO or Flytrap. They keep a card on top. Maybe it's just a land. They shock it in. I mean, do we care about Damping Sphere? Yeah, because we want to evoke next turn. That would stop that. Power plant. We'll evoke. Draw Ugin's Binding. So this can be good for tempo, and then we can evoke at a later date and just bounce everything. Say its name. There's Altanok. See what they get back. They get back Arena of Glory. Tower. So I think we hold up Ugin's Binding here. We can play Power Plant and pass. Eventually get Tron for another big Portent. They are hasting, so this will be good for that tempo. I wonder if it's going to be like FOMO and Flytrap. They have creature, sorcery, land, artifact. So they have Delirium. Kind of annoying. They can't give this haste. They can give FOMO haste, though. This is going to hit for 4, so I think we just bounce it. Just tempo. They exalted this. Another Goyf can't get in. It's either 4 this turn or 4 next turn. We draw another Tower. Not the greatest. So let's go Tower. Because next turn we can Nulldrifter, hardcast. We could Portent for 3. We could just bounce Nethergoyf. Lots to do. I feel like Portent for 3 is not very impressive. The tempo here is going to be really good, I think. Especially because they only have 1 black source. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. What I'd like for them to do is tap the black source for mana, and then we bounce this. They're getting it for 4. Let's just... I'm going to Otawara this now. Because then they're just going to play out both, I think, Nethergoyf and FOMO, and then we can just Nulldrifter it, and Ugin's Binding it. Seems to be the best play to save the most life. Just kind of time walks them. There we go. They do get to discard and draw a bunch each time, but it's fine. Not the biggest deal. Jeez, 3rd tower. What's cool about this, too, is we get to attack with Nulldrifter next turn. So Ugin's Binding triggers, bounce everything back. We draw 2 cards. We draw the Mine, which is nice. So next turn is going to be even better. So now we get a huge Portent next turn. We could even wait and just cast Nulldrifter, hold up Spell Snare, and then next turn have like Tower plus huge Calamity. So they could Detector's Phoenix on Nethergoyf if they want. Oh, they're going to exert. Oh, okay. They are going to exert FOMO. Yeah, we'd love to draw like an Ugin or something. They discard Nethergoyf. Let's see if they want to put it on the FOMO or... Oh, they tapped out, so they can't. Never mind. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So they're going to get in with untap this. We kill this. Block here. Now they get to get in again. I will chump. I'm not afraid to jump here and play tap land. Okay, so they have 2 mystery cards. We don't know what they are. I'd love an Ugin here. Lorien Revealed. Let's play the Mine. So we can evoke Nulldrifter, draw 2 cards. We can have a huge Portent, which seems to be the best. So I think we just do that. It's tempting to hold up. Actually, I think we just Portent for 7 and hold up this for if we draw a Kozilek's Command. I think the chances of drawing Kozilek's Command are really large, and I think this is fine. It decreases the amount. Oh my god, we didn't draw it. Take creature. I mean, we still get Emrakul, but dress down, expedition map, power plant. You want stock up, or do we want? Yeah, let's take. Let's take stock up. I mean, we still hit like insanely. We can still cast Emrakul for free. We just didn't draw Kozilek's Command, which is what we actually wanted. And then unfortunately, we don't have any blue mana. Cast the map. Okay, and they just scoop. I mean, oh, there's Kozilek's Command. I mean, I guess we'll take the Emrakul and the win, right? Match 2 on the play. Man, we cannot keep a 7. Easy mulligan. All right, we will keep this as turn 3 Tron with Nulldrifter. Put back a map. All right, let's go power plant. Expedition map. Looking to turn 3 Nulldrifter. Double bauble. I was waiting for like an opal or something. Oh, no lander. I love it. They did mull a little bit, so this might be a quick game. We'll see. Tower, pass. They know we have Sink into Stupor, so they know we're on Blue Tron. I think they're just trying to get information, and then they're just going to concede maybe? I don't know. Already off to a weird league. Yeah, they just concede. Alright. So, Dismembers are probably solid like usual. We don't know exactly what they're on. Consign could be good for colorless spells. They conceded to hide information. They could also be Prowess, so I think we just run it back, honestly. Game 3, we might want Dismembers, Subtlety. Let's go like 1 Force, 1 Dismember. Alright, game 2, in the blind? I don't know, we'll try this. This could be terrible just because it's really slow. Okay, so it is Prowess. Checks out. So this hand kind of sucks against Prowess. We draw the Dismember, that's actually pretty good. Go Mine, pass. Maybe save this for Slick Shot. Dismember's rough too because it hurts us a lot, but then it just like stems the bleeding for like the long term. So it's hard to say. They do have the Steel Cutter. Luckily, no follow-up. So let's just kill this now. We could have gotten got by Mutagenic, I guess, by 1. Expedition map. So go power plant. Hopefully they don't double spell to trigger this. It's going to be a tall ask. Oh, they suspend Slick Shot. So we're going to get wrecked next turn. Ooh, Spell Snare. Island. So we can Spell Snare the Slick Shot. That'll save a lot of damage. Then we can get Tron online for a Kozilek's Command. Bolt us. Down to 10. Go get Tower. Oh, Portent. Oh man, Portent looks so good right here. Like we could stock up and Kozilek's Command. Let's try stock up. Definitely want another Kozilek's Command. Maybe Force. Yeah, let's take Force. I think Force is good just to kind of keep our life total high. They Surveil. Keep it on top. So they're going to try to double spell again, most likely. They get him for 2 and do nothing. Let's Surveil and make spawn. Spell Pierce. I'll force it. I have another one? Consign. Ooh, okay. So they do get to trigger their Steel Cutter, but at least we're getting all of this out of their hand. That's why their hand sucks, because it's just all counter spells. But at least they don't get to trigger this a bunch. Like, they do get to make another one, but the prowess goes away. Another Tower. So we can get a huge Portent here for 7. Do we do it for 6? Or like, I think we just go big, right? Let's do it for 10. You could do it for less. Nulldrifter, Kozilek's Command, Ugin's Binding, Lorien Revealed, Power Plant, done. I'll cast Nulldrifter. This is like the riskier play because now they only have 1 card in hand, but we have a Nulldrifter in play that we can just chump, get rid of Power Plant. So hopefully we don't get punished for just like a super greedy play here. Damn, iteration off the top. Yeah, we would have loved to draw Force, but we did bore 1 out. Let's see if we just die. We are going to chump, obviously. But we could have played this super safe by just exiling and making spawn. Into the Flood Maw. Oh my god. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're dead. That was a super greedy play. We did it just for fun, but we did not get paid off. All right, 1 Subtleties in. Dismember. Dismember's like hit or miss, but it does get rid of like early creatures. Stock up, or Ugin's. Okay, stock up's a little slow. Put back Force in, I think. But I want Nulldrifter and try that. On the play. This hand kind of sucks. We can turn 1 Subtlety, get an island, turn 2 Dress Down. Just not really doing anything. I will keep this, put back a Tower. So we can go Mind Pass, we can go Temple, K-Command their 1-drop, Force their Steel Cutter, DRC. Not the biggest deal, better that than Slick Shot or something. Spell Snare. No blue mana, which is awkward. Let's do this now. So we'll get rid of that. We want to do this before they get blue mana for Consign. I'll take another one. So hopefully they just go Steel Cutter here. That would be the best case scenario. I will force that. Put a Spell Snare. We don't have any blue mana, so it's like whatever. They do have the bauble. All right, they don't have a third land, so that's good to force that. Damn, there's the island. All right, we'll just play island pass. Now kind of wishing we had the Spell Snare. Maybe they suspend, or do they just cast it? They just cast it. If they just get him for 1, we're going to let that go, but if they do anything else, it's whatever. All right, we will scry, draw, and get rid of it. Don't need another tower. Man, I think we've been the force too. Dismember, dress down. So it's something to pitch to force, or we can just cast it to stop whatever they're doing and draw a card. I'm going to dress down now so they can't trigger this. It could be quick, or like too soon, but we'll see. All right, we'll pass. I'm not going to dismember this right now, I don't think. Another island. They bolt us. Trigger DRC, looking for lands. They put Slick Shot in the yard. So their hand must be pretty solid. They're just like looking for something to double spell. We will subtlety this, and then we'll trade here. Maybe they bolt this. What would be cool is if they attack, we go to trade, and then they go to like pump it or something. Yeah, this is fine. They keep it on top. All right, we'll dismember. See if they have a mutagetic, which wouldn't save it. So our hand is just force and negation. Definitely need some actual payoffs. That is not one of them. It's a bounce spell, if nothing else. We will hardcast force. That is definitely what they kept on top. Something, please. So this is the annoying thing. I don't think I want to... I think I want to do this now because we don't have any way of beating a consign and we just like desperately need something. I think this is fine, and I hopefully don't get punished for this. Jeez, okay. Bottom, top. Play this, cast stock up, find Tron. I think we take Portent, and then we just pass. So now we have chump blockers for ground creatures. Alpine Moon, okay. Not the biggest deal, but it's just still annoying. I'd rather this than like anything. So this is either Spell Pierce or Consign. Spell Snare. So that's Portent for this much. We can hold up Spell Snare here and then pay for Pierce if they want to do that. So we'll take Ugin, Subtlety, Power Plant, done. Cast Ugin. Even if they have Consign, it's whatever. Wow, okay. Let's just gain life. Actually, we should have just... I don't know why we didn't just hold on to map. We can hold on to map for the exiling effect. That's fine. We'll just crack it, get an Otawara, and send it back. They have Flood Maul for this? They do. Okay. All right, nice. All right, game 3 on the play, and we're going to keep this. We have turn 3 Tron with 2 payoffs. No blue mana for Portent, but... Oh, we're on the draw, actually. Oh, Ragavan, the worst. This would be an amazing play hand. Power Plant, map. Draw another blue card that we don't want. Hopefully we're not dead before we get to cast Ugin. We also don't have any other colorless spells to trigger Ugin, which sucks. Ragavan attacks. Reveals Sink into Stupor. That would have been a blue source, but we don't really want that right now. Maybe an island later on. Flagstones. Ooh. Draw the mine. Okay, so this isn't energy like we thought, but this is going to wreck us. Plated Geopede. Definitely want to draw some colorless spells. So hopefully they don't have a fetch land or a way to get rid of flagstones. Oh my god. It's Ghost Court. Oh no. Come on. Okay, well they Ghost Quarter themselves. I mean, unless we're just dead here. Like, I feel like they would Ghost Quarter us maybe to make sure we don't get Tron. 4 mana. Oh my god. Is this play versus draw? Jesus. No. Oh my god. We just got comboed out. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jeez, yeah, they just had the nuts there. So we definitely want Dismembers. Subtlety. Dress Down's really good. I think Force can come out up against main deck Ghost Quarter combo deck. I think Portent's going to be a little too slow too. I think I'd rather have Thought Knots. Let's try that. On the play. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's not the greatest. We have Spell Snare for Geopede. Could maybe mulligan for a better, something with like Dismember or like a way to evoke Nulldrifter on turn 2. Let's go Mind Go. Hopefully no Ragavan. Goblin Guide. Maybe they hit us into some Tron lands. Lorien Revealed. Not what we want. Play Island, go. So hopefully they play a 2-drop here that we can Spell Snare. If not, we'll just cycle Lorien Revealed. I mean, we're going to do both anyway. They get in with Goblin Guide. Tower. Ghost Quarter. The Geopede that we will Spell Snare. I guess what sucks is that like, they have the Ghost Quarter, so getting Tron is going to be pretty annoying. But it's kind of whatever. Play Tower. I don't mind K commanding this Reckless Pyrosurfer. Yeah. Man, Landfall is just going to wreck us with haste, too. Okay, double Battle Cry, but it's not going to matter because we're going to get rid of this anyway. 3, 4, feels Subtlety. Exile. Do we want Subtlety? Yeah, we'll take Subtlety. Well, Exile Goblin Guide. We could chump, but I'm just going to take 2. This is only good with other creatures. All right, draw the Subtlety. So let's cast Thought-Knots here. And then we can, another Surfer. They have the Flagstones also. I really don't want to pitch stock up to Subtlety though. They shouldn't attack. Wow, they left us with Tron. And now we get to Nulldrifter. So let's cast Nulldrifter. We can also stock up if we want. Draw another tower. So hopefully they just blow up our tower. Let's attack. Get in for 4. I think we're just gonna hold this up. I think the only way we lose is if they just like one-shot us somehow. They are playing their land, so that means they don't have anything else going on. Oh, they do hit the tower. Get an island. And it only makes sense for them to hit the tower. Like, that's usually kind of what you do. So what's funny is they can sack Flagstones. Let's play the tower. Cast stock up. Take Spell Snare, another tower. We'll attack with both. They'll sack Flagstones to go get a land. Okay, or they just scoop. Cool. All right. So I think this is like a fine plan. Let's just run it back. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep. Dismember is rough for Goblin Guide starts. If they have Ragavan, Step Links. Oh man, I missed this deck. This was a sweet deck. Another Spell Snare. All right, so we can Spell Snare their turn 2 play. Let's see what they play. We are going to take 2, unfortunately. I'd rather Spell Snare than Dismember right now. Hopefully they play something. They have to. Now we get to Dismember this and Spell Snare. Play the Mine and pass. Goblin Guide. Yeah, that happens. There's land. They get in for both. Curious if they crack this. Reveal Subtlety. Okay, they do crack it. We'll Dismember. Taking a bunch of damage. Go down to 12. Oof, no land either. Oh, man. Alright, we'll just have to pass. Pretty rough. Do they have a Bolt? Down to 9. Yeah, working on lands is rough. Kept a somewhat greedy land hand, but drunk Thought-Knots here too, damn. Yeah, I think we just have to kill this now too, unfortunately. Down to 5. They play land go. We know we're not drawing anything. We can't even cycle this. We're definitely going to Subtlety any 1-drop. Okay, Spell Snare. Come on, lands. Eldrazi Temple, probably the best land. My god. We're going to Portent for 1, and just hope it's a land. Oh yes, it's a land, but it's a first step, drawing Eldrazi Temple. They just go land go. So what's in their hand? All right, we draw tower. Let's just cast Thought-Knot. Let's see what's in their hand. We can still hold up Subtlety. Like, what are they doing? Lightning Bolt. Okay. Another land. Oh, man. Okay, so we have to dodge just more Lightning Bolts. They've used 2 already. We need to gain some life. Attack with Thought-Knots here. We'll just pass. We'll end step Kozilek's Command. That's fine. Could have pitched Subtlety this, but this is fine. Exile, Scry Draw. Bottom, bottom, bottom. We want the power plant, top. We desperately need Ugin. Cast Nulldrifter. Another K command's not the worst. Just have to like end the game fast. Just have pitch Subtlety if we need it. And just go tap land. I think we just huge K command to gain life. And hope that they don't have like a bolt in response or something. Just need an Ugin. Emrakul is there. Bottom, bottom, bottom. I mean, I don't even think we want Emrakul right now. We could stock up. Alright, let's just do this. Do more K commands. I guess we should have bottom stock up. Looking for Ugin and stuff like that. So we'll do this again. But yeah, we should have bottom stock up there. Again, looking for... No, I keep saying looking for Ugin. There's Ugin. Can bottom all these. Go top. Can cast Ugin. Gain 3 life. Get out of bolt range. They're going to sack Flagstones. Get a tap land. They're at 1. Dash Ragavan. Pitch Subtlety. And we get there. Crazy, man. Alright, match 4 on the draw. And I think we can keep this hand. We have Expedition Map to find some more Tron lands. We have an island, Lore and Reveal to find more islands, K command for eventual stock up to find even more stuff, Sunbaked Canyon, more aggro. Definitely don't want to see aggro with this deck. I feel like that's all we've been playing against. Not the best draw. Go mine. Ooh, Mana Tithe. I guess I'd rather this than just like straight up burn. Pretty funny. Didn't need the map anyway. Well, guess what? They kept a 1-lander, so good for them. Alright, well, let's try it again. Oh, I was hoping they'd pause. This is a weird league, man. They do find another land. Fortunately, we don't have Spell Snare. Oh my god. How are we playing against Ghost Quarter and, like, Cat Jesus? It's crazy. I don't want to pitch stock up. Oh, actually, I want to pitch Lore and Revealed. I think this is worth the tempo, and I don't want them to inevitably have Ghost Quarters. They put it on top. Another stock up. So the question could be, I think we just stock up. I was going to say we could just crack map. I think it's going to be annoying if they play that again, but they missed their land drop, so they're not going to be making a land drop. So let's just cast stock up. And then hopefully we'll just find a Tron land and just Kozilek's Command it. Oh man, Spell Snare. I think we take Temple and Spell Snare and pass. Yep, they played Jesus again. So now what we kind of want, play Temple. We kind of want them to try to do something and then we just kill it? Or do we just kill it now? Yeah, let's just kill it now. Let's just not mess around. Well, exile, scry draw. I was going to say, like, if we want to wait until they Ghost Quarter or do something, but then they could wait and respond, make things awkward. Not really worth it. Another Spell Snare. I feel like they have a lot of 2s. I don't think we need another one, though. So we'll just go bottom top. They do find a 3rd land. They put Magmatic Hellkite into the graveyard. I can't believe we're playing against, like, land destruction decks, Ghost Quarters, Hellkite's main. We draw Force Negation. Play the tower. So we definitely want to hold up Spell Snare. 1, 2, 3. 1. We could stock up. So 1, 2, 3, stock up. Then we can't crack map and Spell Snare at the same time. I think this is fine. Let's stock up. Because even if they have, what's it called, they still can't counter it. They can make us pay 1 more. We don't need lands. Let's take another Force and then we'll just pass. We can Force, pitch, whatever. We just have like a lot of interaction. And then we'll just hardcast Nulldrifter. Doorkeeper Thrall. Snare that. See if they have more creatures. Okay. That's fine. We'll pitch, cast Force, counter Pillage. Just literally the worst. It's weird. These two are like non-bows too, so draw Portent. Let's crack map. Get a power plant. Cast that. We're actually going to... we could just hardcast Nulldrifter, or we can get a huge Portent and keep this up for whatever. I think we just do that. I think this is the safer play. Last time we went for it and got punished, so let's chill. At least now we can pitch Force to Forge and then have a huge Portent. Magmatic Hellkite, Pillage, Land and Arbiter, and we get there. Alright, so against Mono Land Destruction, definitely want the Subtlety. Don't think we want Ugin's Binding. Dress Down's good. Probably another Force just for like Pillage and all like probably whatever else they're running. Dismember could be good for... what's his name? I feel like this isn't an Emrakul. I feel like we don't need Emrakul here. Maybe just 1 Dismember. Try that. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. It's awkward. I'm gonna keep based off these Spell Snares and hope we don't get punished. They just go land, go. Force Negation. So we'll play Otawara. I'm not gonna play into Mana Tithe, even though they were F6, I believe. Okay. Spell Snare, the Land and Arbiter. A Mine. That's pretty good. We can hold up Spell Snare. We can Force Pitching Sink. We have a lot of islands, so if they Hellkite us, it's not the biggest deal. Just kind of annoying more than anything. We just want to dodge like the Pillages and stuff. But this is why Land Destruction kind of fell out of favor, just because Eldrazi decks are running so many basics, especially with like Eldrazi Ramp and stuff. They play Fissure, trying to decide if they want to... okay, they do keep it untapped. They do have the Pillage. So, do we care about this? I think so. We're like pitching a land to save a land and play, just kind of like a tempo thing. I think it's fine. Oh, cool, we draw the power plant. We'll just pass. Now we can get Tron, have a huge Kozilek's Command. And it's interesting they went after the blue source. This is a Spell Snare, okay. Spell Snare that. Damn, dude, Cleansing Wildfire too? Mana Tithe? Yes, we'll pay for Mana Tithe. Alright, we don't get to crack our map this turn, sure. That's smart of them to do that because they know we're never going to tap out. Let's actually play Temple and pass. We can hold up this for Tron. Let's see what they do here. Another Cleansing Wildfire, maybe? Boom Bust. Okay. I'm honestly just going to Kozilek's Command here. But they have 1 mana open. I think it's fine to play it safe. I know they're just keeping it open to not lose life, but I definitely don't want to get got here. Yeah, they're not F6, so they definitely have it. Keep that on top, we'll bin this. And I'm not going to crack this now, just because we have the land drop. There's stock up. Let's get stock up. Ooh. So the Ugin's the payoff. We could play it Afraid and take Force and something, but let's take Ugin and get Spell Snare and play the map. So instead of playing the map, we could have just held up this map to get Tron, so now we have to use these 2 spawn tokens. That's something to consider. Not the biggest deal, but if we're trying to conserve life here, if they had like creatures in play, they have something. It's another 2 mana spell that we don't have a mana for. Another Boom Bust. Okay. And the only reason we don't really care about this is because it's not contributing to the board. Alright, we'll just untap. Draw the Mine. Let's crack map. We have to get a power plant. Play that. Then we'll pass, and then hold up Spell Snare, and should be good to go. Ugin should just kind of win the game. They crack Sunbay Canyon. Lush Portico. They keep it on top. 2 mana spell, please. Hellkite. Damn. I mean, we do get to look for we do get to get an island, so it's not like the biggest deal. 1, 2, 3. So we'll go get another power plant for the nth time. Go get an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it comes onto the battlefield with a stun counter on it. Crazy. Stock up. Play the Mine. Do we play stock up here? I think we do. Probably should have waited. We should have played stock up first. Dismember's actually pretty good here. Dismember and Subtlety stops another Hellkite. K commands better payoff. We will dismember the Hellkite. They're paused, they're in shock. So we didn't take any free spells, so they have 1 turn to continue to wreck us. Oh, Charm all. Oh my gosh, okay. See if they eat the temple. They do. We still get to cast Ugin, as long as they don't have a Mana Tithe. I mean, if they do Ugin's counter, they have no cards in hand, and they don't have a Charmal. Tell me they have it. That's fine. Add 3 mana. Cast Kozilek's command. Scry draw, make spawn. Exile that. I wonder why they did that then. I feel like they should have waited till the end of turn. Calamity. I'll say bottom. I don't think... I mean, Calamity could be good, but we already have the Nulldrifter. Another Charmal. Oh, man. Okay. Land destroyed. Jesus, man. Luckily, we have these down ticks just to hardcast Nulldrifter. Down tick on Ugin. Cast, get rid of Charmal. Draw a map. So we can save this to exile more things if we want. Play the land and just pass. We need them to stop top decking land destruction. Oh, that's a really good one. Man, imagine if I had Dress Down mana open. That's like the best top deck for them. They play another tap land. Okay, Kozilek's command's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's draw a card. Gain some life. Another map. I think we have no more power plants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Cast map. Get rid of a Seasoned Pyromancer. And it exiles it so they can't do any shenanigans. They probably get rid of flagstones. Oh, okay. And we'll just pass. We have instant speed, exile with Kozilek's command. We can draw a land at the end of the turn. We can dress down if it's something. Easy. Nice 4/5. We can crack map. Go get another land. Get a temple. I appreciate the opponent for continuing to play. You guys get to see the power of Ugin. Okay, back to us. Eldrazi Temple. I kind of want an ultimate now. Maybe they'll let us. Cast map. Exile. Attack with Nulldrifter. Now they sack flagstones. Get a tap land. Down to 6. We'll just pass. They have no cards in hand. We're going to get there eventually. We don't have to play out the other Nulldrifter right now. They draw a land. Alright, we'll just end of turn. Kozilek's command. X equals 5. Nothing to kill with Ugin. So let's see. Alright, well, bottom. We'll go for a huge Calamity. Did we board out Emrakul actually? Oh, we did. So Calamity's not even that good. Never mind. Let's just ultimate Ugin. Put in Nulldrifter, Ugin. Not a lot of colorless spells left, but we get another one. So we'll cast these first because we're not going to be triggering Ugin at all. Cast Ugin, gain 3 life, attack for 4. Opponent is very diligent, and then we'll just pass. Get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Pass it back, and what do they got? Cleansing Wildfire. We will Spell Snare that, and they just pass it back to us. Get in for lethal. They sack everything. Well, that felt good beating the mono land destruction deck. Alright, welcome to the trophy match on the play. And I think we can keep this. We have 2 out of the 3 Tron lands. Eldrazi Temple, our 1 blue source. Start with the Temple and pass. I'm going to start with the Temple because we have Kozilek's command. We could start with a Tron land. I think that would also be fine. I'm just curious if I want to play this untapped for Dress Down at some point. Blood Crypt means Thoughtseize. Swift Spear. So many aggro decks tonight. So we take 1. Hadawara. Let's play that out. We can decide if we want to Kozilek's command X equals 1 here or just Dress Down another Swift Spear. So do we Dress Down in response to this? Take 2? I'm going to do that so they can't trigger Prowess Gut Shot. Alright, well that'll stem some bleeding. We draw another Kozilek's command. I was not expecting the Gut Shot. So we're going to take 4 this turn. Actually, this doesn't have haste anymore, so never mind. We'll take 2. They do get a Surveil land. Stock up. Play this, and I guess we'll pass. We'll look to exile, maybe chump, bauble. These are the cards we want to see. We want to see no, like, burn, and then we want to see no additional creatures. Just stuff to pump this up. Reckless Impulse. Double Reckless Impulse. That they can't cast. They can cast them next turn. So we're definitely going to be exiling, making spawn, and chumping 1. They do crack a land for a mountain. Why would they crack that and then get in? So let's cast K command, exile, make spawn. They bolt 1, and then I guess they flash it back and kill it again. So we get hit for 5 here. That's kind of annoying. Nothing we can do about that. Take 5. Could have been a lot worse. Go down to 11. They have a lot of redraws here. Draw the map. Power plant. We'll just pass. We could play the map trying to get turn 3 Tron, but we know we're going to do a huge K command here. And we know they're casting Reckless Impulse. They're only going to have enough mana for 1. They find Gut Shot. So do they have the land? Swift Spear would be annoying. They do have the land. Okay. There's a Swift Spear. So we're just going to do the same thing again. Exile, chump, exile here. So they can gut shot one of them if they really want to, but they could save it for next turn. They could gut shot our face. They gut shot another token. I'd rather them kill a token than put it to face, I guess. We can't use the mana, so it doesn't really matter. Draw Nulldrifter. So we can get Tron and cast Nulldrifter. So if we cast map, I guess that's fine. A 4/4 is hard to get through. They only have 2 cards in hand. We're going to chump regardless, whatever they do. So let's cast map, crack map, get a tower, cast Nulldrifter, draw 2 cards, K command and Emrakul. Hopefully they don't have any like bounce spells, I guess. I don't know what they could have. I mean, they're Rakdos, so I don't think they're going to have that. Tarfire, down to 9. Hopefully not too many burn spells. Light up the stage. It's pretty good. Another light up the stage. So they can go land, get a mountain, cast light up the stage. We're definitely going to chump, and then we're going to cast Emrakul. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. What are hits, man? Easy chump. Because we would take 4, 5, 6 minimum. They cast Soulscar Mage, so now we get to take their turn and Lava Dart them. So this costs 8. Let's go 7. Cast Emrakul. Cast Stock Up. It's going to take 2 forces. So now we get to Lava Dart their creatures. Actually, Lava Dart's going to pump them up. Oh, their hand's 2 lands. Drew land for turn, so let's crack this. Shock that in, put them to 6. Doesn't matter. They have like so many lands, it's like whatever. We'll attack, block here. Then we'll bolt them, or Lava Dart them. Lava Dart them again. If we have anything else in the graveyard, that is it. They're down to 4. Then we just pass. And we have double force and negation up, so there's no way they are getting out of this. Emrakul coming in clutch. Nice. Alright, so we're up against Rakdos, Burn. Subtlety should be good. Force is good. Maybe negate. Dismember, I don't think I want Dismember. I think Portent's a little slow, so we can board that out. Emrakul should be too slow, so I'm going to board that out. Portent, Thought-Knot Seer. Just early aggression, chumpers. Ugin out. We'll try that. Alright, game 2, and we're going to keep this hand. We have turn 3 Tron with Kozilek's Command and Nulldrifter. No blue mana, but we should be fine. Hopefully we're not dead by turn 3 on the draw. They shock this in. Nethergoyf. Ooh. We did not see Nethergoyf game 1. We drew natural Tron, so now, I mean, the map is fine to play. So we'll just go mine, map, go. If we need to, we can Temple, K-Command, exile this, Swift Spear, Lightning Bolt. Ideally, we want to save Kozilek's Command for when we have Tron, but I don't think we're going to have enough time. They're getting him for 4 this turn. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of this. Thought-Knot's here. So we'll K-Command, depending on what they do, if they get in, probably make spawn, honestly. We have the Thought-Knots here. We have like our payoff, so we don't need to draw any cards right now. I'd rather just save life. So let's see, they get in. Cast Kozilek's Command. Is this going to get bigger? I don't think it can, but this could get bigger. So I think we exile here. This can get bigger later, but they can't cast anything right now. This, they can bolt us, flash stuff back, and do some crazy stuff. I also don't mind chumping here. Opponent's not happy about our Kozilek's Commands. They play a land. I wonder if they have light up the stage and they just needed something. Another Nethergoyf. Another Thought-Knots here. Let's see what's in their hand. It's got to be burn spells because they have the mana open. Unless it's just 2 lands and they're just doing nothing. Is it light up the stage like we think? It is. What a call. I don't know if it was obvious for everyone else too, but... So they do get to Surveil here. Dart to the Yard. Pretty good. So their hand is Wooded Foothills Mystery card. They play the Foothills. Play Tower. Cast Nulldrifter. We draw Ugin. Okay. We didn't board out an Ugin, right? That was last game. Ugin's a really good pickup here. So now we just sit back and exile everything they have. They get a Blood Crypt tapped. Cannot see them getting out of this. They probably will scoop to Ugin though. A 3rd Nethergoyf. Okay. Into a land. Okay, cool. Alright, so we are good to go. Another tower is perfect. So let's go cast Ugin, exile Nethergoyf, and Ugin takes it. Alright, so we got the 5-0 with Mono Blue Tron. I know that league was a little weird. The decks were a little brewish, but we still got to show off how powerful this deck can be. Again, having never played Mono Blue Tron before, the deck was really fun. As I would assume with most control players, the most fun I had was just holding up mana, countering everything they cast, and then just casting a Haymaker and winning the game. That's basically what this deck does, and it does it very well. Having never played any of the other Mono Blue Tron versions, can't really compare the two, but this version felt really sweet. Everything just kind of clicked. The spell snares were really good early. The dress downs came in clutch. Stock up was amazing card selection. Ugin was obviously an all-star. Kozilek's Command, broken card. Everything just worked really well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching my first Mono Blue Tron video. If you want to see more modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.